They say everyone has a shadow. But what if yours didn't belong to you? Ishan first noticed it after a late-night study session at the library. He was walking home along the empty streets, his backpack heavy, his eyes tired. The streetlights flickered, stretching his shadow across the pavement. But then he realized there were two. One was his, moving naturally with his steps. The other was darker, sharper. It lagged half a second behind. When he stopped, it kept walking. His breath caught. He rubbed his eyes and shook his head. Too much coffee, not enough sleep. But when he glanced back, the second shadow was gone. The next morning, sunlight streamed through his window. He laughed at himself for being paranoid. Shadows can't move on their own, but when he bent to tie his shoes, his shadow bent too, while another one stood upright, looming behind him. He spun around, nothing there. That day, strange things kept happening. Doors creaked when no one was near them. He felt cold drafts though all the windows were shut. His friends noticed the change in him.
You look like you've seen a ghost, one said.
Just tired.
But at night, it returned. The shadow followed him again, darker than the rest, even in dim light. He tried walking faster. It followed. He turned sharply down another street. It turned too, and then, for the first time, it broke free. His shadow walked one way. The other shadow walked another, right toward him. Ishan bolted, running all the way home, slamming his door shut. He pulled the curtains, switched on every light, and curled up in bed. But shadows exist even in light. He noticed it on the wall across from his bed. Tall, stretched, unmoving. Not his. That night, he barely slept. Days turned to weeks. The shadow grew bolder. Sometimes it loomed over him while he studied, its head tilting in unnatural ways. Sometimes he'd catch it standing in mirrors, even when he wasn't in front of them. And sometimes, when he closed his eyes, he'd feel breath on his neck. One evening, desperate for answers, he visited an old temple outside town. The priest listened quietly, then frowned.
You've been marked, the priest said. A spirit lost in darkness has chosen you. It wants what it no longer has, life.
How do I get rid of it?
Don't let it touch you. If its hand falls over yours, if its shadow merges with yours fully, it will take your place.
Ishan left, shaken. That night, he kept every light on. He avoided looking at walls or floors. But sometime after midnight, the power went out. The room plunged into darkness. And then he saw it. The shadow stood at the foot of his bed, taller now, its arms impossibly long, its head tilting in sharp jerks. It moved closer. Ishan jumped up, fumbling for his phone light. The dim glow flickered across the room, and there it was. The shadow crouched inches away, its hand reaching forward. He screamed and stumbled out the door, running into the night. Everywhere he went, it followed. It no longer needed walls or light. On the road, on the grass, even under the moon, it was there. He raced to the temple, pounding on the doors. The priest opened, eyes wide. Too late, it's too close.
Tell me what to do.
Keep this lit. Shadows cannot exist without light. But remember, the moment it goes out, it will be waiting.
Ishan carried the lamp back home, trembling. For days, he didn't leave his room. He barely slept, watching the flame flicker. The shadow lurked at the edges, never crossing the circle of light. But oil doesn't last forever. On the third night, the flame sputtered. Ishan scrambled for more oil, but the container was nearly empty. The shadow pressed closer, stretching along the walls. Its fingers reached across the floor.
No, please.
The light died. Darkness swallowed the room. And in that instant, the shadow rose taller than ever, its arms wrapping around him. Cold, suffocating. His scream echoed once, then silence. The next morning, his friends found the apartment empty. His belongings were untouched. But when they opened the curtains, they froze. There were two shadows on the wall. One of them smiled. So next time you're walking alone at night, take a look at your shadow. Just make sure it's really yours. Because if it lags behind or moves differently, don't wait around. Run before it catches up.